On guys, welcome back to the channel, and before I start this video, make sure you subscribe and like the video. And today I'm going to be talking about some college basketball news. So a lot of games today and a lot of upsets. Not really, I guess upsets. A lot of big games happened, and we still have Gonzaga playing against St. Mary's in about 9 minutes, and if they get pull off an upset, I will record that as well. Yeah, Gonzaga 13-0, the number one ranked team in the nation with maybe the best recruits, Jalen Suggs, as well as their great senior Corey Kispert and their man down low, Drew Timme. This team is great. They're the best team in basketball. And hopefully they don't lose to St. Mary's because, I'm going to root for Gonzaga from Washington. And so, and then moving on from Gonzaga, if there's a upset there, I will do a reaction to that as well. There's a couple games today. Oregon State, buzzer beater against Arizona State. Josh Christopher was a beast, of course, for Arizona State. But Oregon State pulled out, not buzzer beater, but a big shot with 20 seconds left by Roman Silva. But both of these, Arizona State is competing, and Oregon State really isn't. So, kind of an upset there, if you could say that. You could call this an upset for sure. And there's Huskies news. We're 1-11, 0-7 in the conference play. Another loss to Cal today, who is 1-6. So they're not good either. Yeah. So I guess Arizona State isn't actually great. But upset there. Moving on. So number 2 Baylor played today, and they played against Texas Tech, coming off a huge win. Texas Tech coming off a win over Texas, number 4. Texas Tech is number 15. Matt McClung had a game winner in that game. And they're playing number 2 Baylor, and Baylor pulled it out 68-60. They pulled down out the stretch. It was close. It was 60-64, and Baylor made 2 shots towards the end of that game to finish her off, 68-60. Baylor's a very good team. They have a lot of guys. Davion Mitchell is their best scorer, probably. Maceo Teague is a very great player. Jared Butler's and Mark Vital are 2 guards and forwards down low that get the job done. And that team pulled it out over a good Texas Tech team, coming off a big game. Matt McClung, another great game, 24 more points there, and Kevin McCullough, a double-double, 10-10. But there's number 2 Baylor, number 15 Texas Tech. And then, like I said, the Huskies lost to UCLA, not Cal. I really did not watch this game. It's hard for me to watch Husky basketball. 25 for Quade Green, though. 5 assists, 5 rebounds. She's playing very well, actually. We're 1-11 and 0-7 in conference play, and we just lost to a pretty good UCLA team led by Julius Bernard. And Julius Bernard had a good game, 20-9. So, tough loss, and it doesn't really matter anymore. We're out of it. We can't maybe the NIT is what we're looking at for now, but probably not anyway. Yep. So, probably not NIT. Here's another upset, though. Number 7 Michigan against number 23 Minnesota. And Michigan's been really, really good this year. I think they're undefeated, or 1 loss coming to this point, and people are saying they should be top 4. And then they come into this game against a ranked team to prove what they're worth against a good Minnesota team, number 23, and they will get killed. They lose by 18 points. Liam Robinson gives them work. Minnesota's Liam Robbins get 22 points and 8 boards. Marcus Carr is 17, along with Gabe Carlson with 10. This is an upset. Michigan was supposed to be, people were saying Michigan should be a top 3 team up there with Gonzaga and Baylor. They're comparing them to that team. They thought that they could beat this team. Chauncey Brown Jr. had 14, and Franz Wagner had a worst game of the season, only 8 points, shooting 33% for the field. They need Franz Wagner to have much better games than that. And Isaiah Livers with 11 as well. But you guys, it's college basketball. There's lots of upsets. I just wanted to make this video because we haven't really talked about much on college basketball here on this channel. So Michigan was 6-0, and they were 11-0, and now they're 6-1, 11-1. So they were undefeated, and now Minnesota is right there. They're now 4-4 in the conference, and they're 11-4 total. And they're contending for the Big Ten again. They're still Ohio State, Illinois, Purdue, Wisconsin, Iowa are all ahead of them, but Iowa's a very good team. It's going to be tough to beat them. Ohio State's a good team as well. But, Illinois is also a good team. A lot of ranked teams in this conference, so, We'll see what plays out in the Big Ten. And I'll probably make some more videos. And like you guys saw, Drew's reaction to Kentucky at Auburn. 2 bad teams, but it was still a very good game. Sharif Cooper is such a good player. I know he's a freshman, and he didn't put up that many points. He got 11, 7, and 4. He didn't shoot the ball well, but he was clutch down the stretch. And, this Auburn team, they're not great. And this Kentucky team is really, really bad. BJ Boston struggles continue. Only 5 points on 25% on the field. This man was a top 10 recruit. Comes to Kentucky and comes here and he sucks. Devin Askew, same thing. 5 points, 28% from the field. Davian Mintz was your best player. And when your worst player is your best player. Isaiah Jackson didn't hit a shot. Oh my gosh, tough to watch. Kentucky players suck so bad. But also pretty fun to watch because they're always good. And it's good to see them lose for once. Yeah, so Kentucky, I think, falls to, what are they now? I think they're like 3-6, 3-2 in the conference, and they're 4-8 total. That's 3-6, 4-8, 3-6 total, or 4-8 total. And Auburn is not playing awful. They're just not playing very well. They're 2-4 in the conference. They're 8-6 total. They're overall, they won a lot of games at the start of the season, but their conference play has been struggling. They're now 9th in the conference behind a lot of teams. Alabama's winning that division. And yeah, so another upset here. Number 8 Creighton loses to Butler in overtime, 70-26. Of course, Denzel Mahoney gets 29 and 7, but he still did not get enough. Creighton team looking very, very good. Mahoney is carrying you, but he could not get the job done when you have Damian Jefferson and Bishop both got you 12 and 10. But other than that, not much contributions from this team. 70-66, high-scoring game. And for Butler, it was just a very even game. Their bench got involved, and all the starters, 3 of their 4 starters had 3 of their 5 starters were in double digits. Yeah, a couple double-doubles. I mean, they played very well. They outplayed this Creighton team. And, yeah, it was a close game down the stretch. Creighton was outscored in the first quarter. Then the first half, back to the second half. Creighton outscored in OT. Butler outscored them. They doubled their points in overtime. And Creighton shot the ball better, but they just couldn't get a couple stops towards the end of that game. And Denzel Mahoney cannot get it done. Number 8 Creighton now falls. I think that's their second loss on the year, if I'm correct, in the Big East. Yeah, they're now 6-2 in the Big East, 10-3 total. And this Butler team is now 3-5 and 4-7. So they're not terrible. They just got to climb back into this conference and get a couple more wins. And after this win, they might be getting a little bit more national watch. This isn't really an upset. Just San Diego State, Malachi's little team, loses to Utah State 64-59. None of their teams are ranked. San Diego State is not very good without Malachi Flynn anymore. And, yeah, there's a couple other close games. North Carolina, who has not been good this year, another one of those teams that usually is good and is not. They lose to Florida State 82-75. R.J. Davis for Florida State. Or R.J. Davis from North Carolina gets you buckets. He got you 16. And, yeah, your starting lineup got Kevin Walton got you 14, and your best player, Garrison Brooks, got you 12. Shooting the ball pretty well, but Caleb Love and Armando Bacot need to do better for you on this team. But I'm not sure what happened to NC State and Kentucky, or not NC State, NC and Kentucky, but they are struggling. North Carolina's now 3-3 in conference play. Yeah, they're 8-5 overall, but 8-5 overall is not, like, top notch. And this Florida State team is now 3-1, and after losing Devin Vassell and Patrick Williams, people counted them out. They come back. They're now 7-2 overall, 3-1 in conference play, and they're looking like a good basketball team. And they might actually go ranked after this win. And another one here, another upset. Number 21 Ohio State versus number 14 Illinois. A Big 12 matchup, or not Big 12. Yeah, not Big 12, Big 10 matchup. Ohio State pulls out the win. E.J. Liddell put in some work, 26 points. He was a stud. Dwayne Washington, your sharpshooter, got you 11. He is probably your best player. Didn't play well. Kyle Young, your big 4, got you 6, as well as Justin Arness got you 11 as well. But E.J. Liddell, great game from him. And for Illinois, they could not get the job done. Ayo DeSomio got 22, and Kofi Cockburn got you 15 and 11. Adam Miller with 14, but they got outscored. They got outplayed. And I watched part of this game, and I watched towards the end, and Ohio State went on a nice 10-0 run towards the middle of that game and put the lead away. They shot the ball better and they fouled less and they just did everything better, and that's a big upset. They're now first in that Big Ten conference, and Illinois falls to, I think, fourth. No, Ohio State's not first actually. Michigan's still ahead of them, and so is Iowa. They're now a game back from first, and Illinois falls to fourth. Ohio State's now 11-3 overall. They're at 21. They'll move up. Illinois is going to fall. They're 9-5. And conference play is what they base it off of, but the rankings also is your overall score too. So, yeah, and those are the college basketball news for the day. Maybe this can be like probably not a daily thing, but maybe a weekly thing. I'll just talk about some college basketball. And yeah, if Gonzaga game is important. Oh yeah, another thing is Kansas game got postponed. Number 6 Kansas. That's a pretty interesting game. A lot of postpones going on. So we'll see how that turns out. And once March Madness comes around, I will we'll have more college basketball content for you guys. And yeah, that'll be it for me. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Like the video. And if comments are turned on, tell me your thoughts down below. And yeah, that'll be it. Thanks for watching. Oh yeah, maybe tomorrow if there's any upsets. If there's upsets, I'll post a video. Peace.